Welcome to the all-new SD Stories, where we get to know a little more about each other. In this episode of SD Stories, we learn about an incredible social dealer team player that hails from the Lone Star, where I was born, the great state of Texas, none other than Rachael Lunger. Rachael, what is your current position at Social Dealer?
I was recently promoted to Key Account Coordinator.
What is one professional skill you're currently working on?
Becoming a Facebook Community Manager certified.
What's one thing most people don't know about you?
If I get too tired, I will have a 10 to 20 minute giggle fit over the dumbest thing. It could literally be the smallest joke, and I won't be able to stop laughing, and then snorting and like hackling will happen, and it is horrifying, but I can't stop.
Rachael, if you could snap your fingers and become an expert in something, what would it be?
I would definitely have to say languages. I don't know why, but I think it'd be really cool if I was able to speak every language in the world, especially the dead ones that aren't spoken anymore. That'd be pretty awesome.
If you traveled back in time, what advice would you give yourself as a teenager?
Stop wearing so much brown. It doesn't look good on you like you think it does. And trust in God and trust the process, because there's going to be some horrible times, but they're going to make you better and you're going to get through them.
What's one of your favorite memories from the past year?
For some reason, the one that sticks in my mind was I was walking home from picking the girls up from school, and I only lived 2 blocks away from school. So we were walking home and they were both laughing and giggling and making jokes, and just watching them laugh like that, I don't know what it was, but it was just, it made it the best day. It stuck in my head that way.
Rachael, what's something big or small that you're really good at?
Cornhole. I've gotten really good at it over the past couple years. We even have a family tournament that happens. I won't go into details, but we've gotten very competitive, and I, for one, am the best female. Pretty excited about it.
If you were the only human left on Earth, what would you do?
Be really sad. Be really upset, probably. And then I'd probably go full-blown Tom Hanks and start talking to volleyballs. After, of course, moving into like the White House or somewhere really cool and like finding all the secret rooms. But definitely talking to volleyballs.
What would you name your car and why?
The last one I had was an Honda Element, and I named it Betsy because she was old. She was old Betsy. But she was faithful and loyal, but she was old. That's how I picture an old lady named Betsy.
And if money were no object, what would be your dream car, Rachael?
It would definitely either be an Aston Martin, James Bond car, or a 1967 Shelby Mustang. I've always loved those, but that's more of like an obtainable goal. An Aston Martin is more like I probably will never afford it in my life.
What ridiculous thing has someone tricked you into doing or believing?
I was sitting down with dinner with John, Mary, and Sarah, and then her 2 brothers, Joe and Bran. And I think I was maybe 8th, 9th grade. And you all made me believe for a good solid 20 minutes that you came from African descent. Yep. And it was... I was so gullible in high school. You have to know that I was so very gullible in high school, and you could have told me anything and I would have believed it. And John, of course, John will make you believe anything possible. And Mary always keeps a straight face. You never know what she's thinking. So everybody's just here talking about, and in my head, I'm thinking, well, you know, there's white people in South Africa, so I'm pretty sure this is possible. And then everybody starts bursting out laughing, and I'm like, oh, and John's not even blood related to them as a stepfather. So that didn't make sense, but I didn't think about that. Whatever. Anyway, I'm still salty about it.
What's something that people think makes them look cool, but actually has the opposite effect?
Sandals and socks. Please stop. Please stop. People, please stop doing that. Sandals will never look good with socks on. It's never a thing. There's only a thing if you're like a dad at Disney World. It's not cool. Don't do it. I'll get up on a soapbox about that any day. I don't care.
If you had to replace your hands with something other than hands or claws, what would you put at the ends of your arms?
It would most definitely be the Inspector Gadget hands, because like this one had like a lighter and scissors and like a bubblegum blower and some other things. And then this one was also a cell phone, like the thumb came out like an antenna. You call people. It's very effective. I mean, I would do it today if they had the technology.
Rachel, what's the most ridiculous thing that you have recently bought?
It's a phone purse. And it actually works. Take a phone and you have this. I had to buy the adapter part of it so you can plug it into your phone. And if anybody calls, you can actually answer the phone. I don't know why it's in burnt orange. I didn't mean to buy it in orange, but I've already made the choice and I don't like to do returns. So out of laziness, I have this. And it's fantastic. And I love it.
What's one thing that surprised you about working at Social Dealer, Rachel?
I thought it was going to be really lonely working at home and not having like that typical work environment with everybody around me. But now that I've seen Slack and I've been able to communicate with people all throughout the day and just kind of crack jokes or ask questions, it doesn't feel like I'm alone.